What's up guys, Jordan here. You know, that guy who updates his channel about once every 2 months. No, I'm not dead, and no, I haven't quit forever. I just happen to make movies at the time when motivation and free time cross. It doesn't happen all that often now that I have a job. For those of you who didn't know, who don't follow me on Twitter, I managed to make it to E3 this year, and it was fucking awesome. But before I get into all that, and what I want to talk about, I want to tell you that I will have Bad Assassin Episode 5 done by the end of June. It gives me 12 days, and I got everything I need to put it together, so that should be enough time. But I wanted to talk to you about something I saw at E3 that is the coolest thing I have ever seen in my life. And I am not kidding. It is the Oculus Rift. For those of you who don't know, the Oculus Rift is virtual reality headset that actually fucking works. The big problem with virtual reality in the past has been that latency is a big issue, so when you turn your head, the world turns too slowly. It doesn't react to you in time, and it gets, motion sickness immediately. Your eyes are saying you're not moving, your head is telling you are, and then your stomach comes out of your mouth. And B, field of view was a big problem. Early virtual reality headsets couldn't simulate your peripheral vision. It was always a small screen in front of you. It always felt like you're looking through binoculars, and it never really felt immersive. But since the last time anyone has tried virtual reality, the technology has come along to the point where both of those are actually solvable problems. And now we have a viable virtual reality solution that is consumer level affordable. Developer kit costs about $300, and the consumer version probably isn't going to be a whole lot more than that, I would hope. But I got to try this at E3, and I played the EVE VR demo, made by CCP Games, the guys who make EVE Online. It was a space dogfighting shooter, and I wanted to give you my first impressions of it, so here's some gameplay clips and my first impressions of the Oculus Rift. Oh man. Alright, so here it is. This is Drifter recording me sitting in the chair with the Oculus Rift on my head, and also in the other hand filming the screen above my head so that he can get two video clips synced. I know what you're probably thinking, and yes, the bottom left corner video was shot on a night vision potato. So that's all we had. We had one really nice DSLR camera and, a potato that films in night vision. And, we were like, I don't know what to film with potato, and I'm like, get my gameplay. But as you can see, at least from the slight quality that you have with that potato, that the EVE VR demo is syncing with my head movements. I'm looking around the cockpit, I'm firing missiles at incoming enemies, I'm firing lots and lots of lasers, and dodging through these asteroids. And I can tell you from the second I put that thing on my head, I felt as if I was sitting in the cockpit of this ship. It was incredibly immersive. There is a low resolution on the developer kit, which two reasons why you shouldn't be worried about that though is A, they're already fixing that, but B, even with the low resolution, after about 2 minutes I didn't notice the screen door effect anymore. I was just so concerned with what I was doing that I just didn't care that my brain had cut out the screen door effect, and I didn't notice anymore. Because I was just having so much fun looking around the cockpit of this ship and looking around, and I could look over my shoulder and see where the incoming missiles were coming from, as you've probably already seen. The ship beeps to let you know that you've been spotted and locked onto, and missiles are coming your way. And instead of just dodging randomly like you would in Battlefield 3 when you're locked on, in this you can look over your shoulder and straight above you and behind you and look and see where the missiles are coming from, so you know which way to dodge, because you have a booster that you can outrun the missiles for 5 seconds, and then you have a tighter turning radius. So if you go the right way, you'll get missed. I obviously didn't right there, but bite me. I'd only been playing it 10 minutes. But the latency was nothing. I couldn't even perceive a latency. I was just enthusiastically looking around, and it felt immediately natural. I played this 3 times, twice on Tuesday and once on Thursday. I had to come back for it. It was that awesome. And I did not feel a single twinge of motion sickness. Now, I can't say the same for everyone I tried with. There was a couple of people who, were a little nauseous toward the end, but, that's actually normal for some VR stuff because it's such a new thing that no one's ever experienced that you need time to get used to it. I happen to be one of the people, I guess, that really doesn't need any time to get used to it and is just sucked right in, which thank God. I say that because I've been reading articles and every bit of news I can get my hands on about the Oculus Rift, and there are no negative articles out there, it seems. Everyone is excited about this, so I had my hopes sky high for this thing because I simply hadn't read anything bad. But I was really worried that I was going to get there and try it and be disappointed in any way. But I wasn't. That's the amazing thing. I was just blown away 100% by this thing, and I had the highest of hopes, and it somehow surpassed them.
Absolutely incredible.
Speak to the iPhone.
That was awesome.
Speak loud to the iPhone.
That was awesome.
So that was EVR and the Oculus Rift. CCP Games has said that they have no plans currently to release the game, though. That it's just a tech demo. I sincerely hope they change their minds. I believe there's even a petition out there somewhere for petitioning CCP Games to change their minds on that fact. Because so many people have been playing it out there on the developer kits and being excited for it, and they want, a game based off this because it's absolutely incredible. So that's it for my first impression segment. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Horses Productions for more commentaries, machinimas, and movies. And I hope to be updating a little bit more frequently nowadays. So keep your eye out.